First Base Live, YouTube. Hey. Guys, sorry for the late start. We're at the glasses. Just cuz? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Okay. All right. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the coffee break. Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh, man. I'm just realizing on the back there that Joyish Kingdom Light isn't going to work long term. That sucks. I was super excited about that. Guys, good morning. Welcome back to the coffee break in the Joyish Kingdom. Mondays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. PST. That's the time for now. I'm messing with the morning times. I may switch over to the evening. I'm not quite sure. So, anyways, here we'll cover everything finance, trading, innovation, culture, trends, you name it. But before we get into it, studies show that 99% of people who click that like button and subscribe button have good financial luck. So don't take that chance. One of the main things we're talking about today is Blackrock situation. Bitcoin has been pretty bullish lately. There's also a couple of things going on with Litecoin. There's some NFT drama going on. So we're going to talk about all the things today. If you haven't already, again, smash the like button. I appreciate all of you. Let's fucking get into it. So real quick, I'm going to share my screen here. Right. So institutions are doing this right in front of your eyes. The reason the candles, this is just a lesson I want to open up with, sort of like an intention slash, in the beginning of these streams, I want to just be able to lay something out that I think is important, that has some weight to it, that is worth noting at the beginning of the stream, something worth remembering. As a beginner trader myself, an entrepreneur every single day, I think there are some things that it's good to see the same message kind of bang into your head, or something that's positive, something that's going to help you out. So this is mainly for the beginner traders out there, just a way to sort of explain things. So you guys are seeing charts that look like this, especially if you don't know anything about trading. And I don't claim to be an expert, but if you don't know anything about trading, it looks like a bunch of lines that go up and down. There's no way to tell if it goes up or down after. You're just looking at it. Oh, okay, it goes up and then it goes down, and then it goes up and then down and up and down and down and down and down. Now, in my opinion, the more you know, the better you can trade these things, because you at least understand what's going on. When a resistance line is being approached, you sort of know why. You can at least have a couple different predictions based on other indications of what you think you could be doing. And so the reason the candles push up violently above resistance levels is because once these institutions buy up all the levels, they now trigger all their sell orders on the previous push down. So let me just read all this out before I explain it. Then as the candles crash down, they profit the entire time down until they hit their new buy limits at the bottom of their accumulation. We get in when it mitigates. I know there's some words in here that are probably a little bit confusing, so I'll explain the whole thing in a second. And then as all the previous buys and sells are being triggered from these like, basically they set a price that they're going to be buying in at to either buy or sell. So once those are triggered automatically, because they preset those, they're making new buys and sells for the next time they decide to manipulate the market. So the best way I can explain that is when this is all bumping up and down, and then this just shoots up for no reason and then crashes down for no reason. A normal person would just be like, oh, I have no idea what that means. That was literally me 4 weeks ago. I'd have been like, okay, and like it must have crashed. I don't know. But it's when we know the institutions are trading, everyone's trading in here, us and everyone else. And then they're like, okay, we need to get out of these. We need to trigger some sells. So we're going to buy up, and then they're going to trigger all their sells that are up here. And they couldn't have gotten here unless they push it up, and then it crashes really quick through everyone's orders. And then the whole system basically repeats. And then eventually it comes back. We end up getting in here because when we see this candle, that's an indication for us to watch for the push down and then for it to come back up. And then we can ride this wave down. It's only when we get this indication that we say, oh, it looks like some rich motherfuckers or some huge institutions are doing something here. And then the process can repeat on the way down. It can be doing a whole lot of this, and then it just pumps down and then shoots straight up. And it's the same exact process. And people just don't realize that it is literally these institutions. And that's kind of why I started to buy into this like smart money idea of like, this is sort of the way you should be reading the markets. I mean, I don't think anyone should be doing something or should not be doing something. However, like this shit makes a lot more sense than anything I've ever fucking seen. And once these things start to make sense, you're like, oh, that's all I'm really looking for. And all you need to do is look out for that, that one main pattern, and then you look for other indicators. But this is like the main thing I'm always looking at in these charts. Like, is there something where there's some liquidity? People are buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, and then someone just pumps out. Because when you buy or sell anything, you're setting, like, just to keep yourself safe. You're like, yo, if the price crashes below this point, just get me the fuck out, because I don't want to lose all my money. I just want to lose some. Right. So you have a number that you're like preset to either buy or sell at. And that's what they're able to control. Don't give a fuck. They can blow right past them and kick you out of your trade because they got billions of dollars, right? So, anyways, I'm gonna try to get better at those. I want to start to explain the concept or introduce a video and just for some mindset work in the future. I think it's important. If you guys want, you can follow me on Twitter at Cade Berkman. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. I'm in all the fucking places. I can't be stopped, guys. I literally cannot be stopped. So let me pull out of these tabs here. Okay. And if you want to join the Discord, it's not too popping, honestly, in a bear market like this. But this is, I would argue, the time to be getting into these things. If there are communities you're trying to get in, NFTs or not, I think this is the way. If you want to get in, the easiest way is to pick up one of these torches from the prequel or the Joy's collection. All right, let's jump into some of the news. So this is the main story here, or one of the main topics, at least for me, and that is going to be, so Bitcoin. So we heard about this a few days ago. We even covered it in the last show about Blackrock. You guys remember when Matt was on last week and we were talking about BlackRock? We were talking about the fact that an ETF was being introduced, and people were like, "Holy shit, that's really exciting!" The reason it's exciting is because now we have a way for investing in the idea of crypto, which is what an ETF is. It's like all of crypto sort of in a fucking box, and like that's what you would invest in. Now the thing is, the reason why this is such a controversial thing is because it's like BlackRock already owns everybody. Holy fuck, they literally own everybody already. So like, what are we doing? That's what most people are saying. Like, this can't be good. And Fidelity is right behind them. They're like, yo, we want to do this too. And people are like, hold on a fucking second. If BlackRock and Fidelity just own everything, then there's absolutely no difference. And maybe it doesn't even matter if all this stuff is recorded on the blockchain, because they still own all of it. And they're going to be the ones to do whatever they want. And what's crazy is, one of the things I learned with trading is, a lot of times news is actually completely contingent. Like news and the price action on the chart, it's almost like the news is there to explain what's happening on the chart, right? And sometimes I wonder if there's just nothing we can do, bro. Sometimes I just really wonder if there's nothing we can do about some of these institutions. They just have literally too much money, and when you have too much money, you control over the media. You have the way things are depicted are controlled by you, and that's a dangerous place to be in. So for me, I love the idea of an ETF Bitcoin. I want that. I've been wanting that. I want it for BlackRock. I don't know. I don't really know how that works. Like, I don't know who like owns these ETFs. I didn't even think about that far. I didn't really think it was going to happen, to be honest. However, people are excited. Bitcoin surged over 30.7K, now settling around 30K, and this is from yesterday. So we'll take a look at that chart in a second here. However, it is pretty bullish, and people are really, really interested. Honestly, let's just take a look at it right here. So Bitcoin. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like I marked this up. I forget when, or here's the issue. I wish I was able to see what I marked up on which time frame and when and stuff like that. I probably can. I know one of these things I actually predicted, and it was like really fucking on point. But here I'm basically just identifying a little bit of liquidity. This just points out in my head where certain levels are for me to pay attention to. Just to, like, I didn't really understand the idea of charts in the beginning, because I was like, that's a lot of fucking work. Like, I gotta chart it up and then fucking like get rid of it, and I was just like, no, like, that sounds so silly. I think all you traders are doing it wrong. And one thing I learned after navigating the NFT space this past year was like, I can do that, and there's a certain level of respect, carving your own way. Also a certain level of autonomy you gain, and a certain level of freedom you get from doing things your way. And I've always done things my way, and I will continue to do them my way. But sometimes I should just look at the experts and say, all right, why are they doing that? And is there something that is there before I pass it out as nonsense, which I normally do. And normally it's fine, because I typically just figure it out anyway. But in this circumstance, I know a lot of people who are really smart. I don't think they would waste their time bothering to mark up a chart every single day if there wasn't a reason. And so I started just doing it. Every time I look at it, I just anything I see, I make a note of it. And if I don't need it later, I'll just delete it. Like, I don't want to do this on stream because my brain's not locked in for trading at all. It's mainly here for the stream. However, We had Bitcoin. Oh my god, this is actually really hard to read. I'm gonna go glasses off, guys. Rest of the show, glasses off. I've honestly, I took a little bit of a break from it. I have people reach out and they're like, "Yo, you ever thought about not wearing the glasses as much?" And I was like, "Of course, dude. I don't want to wear these glasses forever. It's just fun and people like them." I am gonna start to play around with not wearing them on my head sometimes. I definitely want to be part of the brand, but I don't want it to be where like if I don't have the glasses, then you don't recognize my face kind of thing. So let me show more of my beautiful brown eyes. So Bitcoin, it pumped up. So here the news on the 20th, basically around the time ish, like the BlackRock. I forget when the BlackRock ETF happened. It happened somewhere in this range, and it was a bullish news. It was definitely a bullish news point. You can see a ton of fucking imbalance in here that got just pumped up. Imbalance basically meaning there is just an uncontested candle here, guys. So for beginner traders, all you really need to know about imbalance is that institutions said, "Fuck it, we ball." And they bought this shit up with no remorse. Don't give a fuck about anybody. I mean, that's crazy. They pumped this up almost $3,000 just because they can, dude. And this is on the 4 hour chart. So if we zoom in on this 1 hour, it's definitely broken down. It's not, it's not exactly the same on a 4 hour chart, but it pretty much is, dude. Like this is crazy. Like all these crazy signs of bullish momentum, meaning at some point they're going to have to be retraced. And with crypto, the good thing is the reason I want to trade crypto and the reason I want to talk about crypto and then instead bring in experts who are better at forex than me, because to be honest, bro, I just don't think I can learn how to trade more than one market at a time. And I just don't have the patience to learn Forex first, even though everyone around me knows Forex already. So what I'm gonna do is oh my, I'm gonna yo, Genesis Truffle, my guy. TA stream, dude, low key. Last night, bro, I was marking up some of these charts at like 2 a.m. and I was like, God damn it, why am I doing this? But at the same time, as soon as I asked that question, I said, God damn, why am I doing this? I'm marking up a chart at 2 a.m. on my own. I don't even know what I'm doing. I was like, why am I even doing this? And I was like, oh, it's because like it's kind of interesting. And with me, I would love to understand the crypto. If I could just be anywhere in the world and be able to trade crypto somewhat consistent, it doesn't have to be a profitable income source, just even if it's just like a little bit of like $10 a month kind of thing. Even like I'm talking like nothing. Like I just need it. I'm aware that trading takes 5 years to learn. I'm aware it's a skill set. I talked to a few professional traders who are doing exceptionally well, especially in Fortnite. And dude, the name of the game is the same as every other name of the game. It's gonna take a couple years, and you're probably gonna stink in the beginning. However, myself, I'm not like brand new into trade. I've been in the finance sphere for a long time. I've just never actively done day trading. It's the only real difference here. And yeah, it's a huge, totally different skill set. But it is something I'm very confident I can learn. And especially having so many of my friends and so many people I know in the Web3 space, especially who are fucking experts at trading. And I just know the show is going to be a success. I know it's starting from the ground zero. There's only a few people watching. It's going to take 30 shows before it's even established as a thing. I don't even know what time we're doing this yet. So this is all brand new shit for me. However, what I do know for Bitcoin is there definitely is some liquidity in here. And I was looking for, well, let me see when. So we opened here at $30,033, and we pumped up slightly, and then we kind of just bouncing around here. It's really really hard to tell. Oh, and the point I was going to make about crypto is you can always bet on the retracement, right? First with forex, sometimes I'm like, bro, I feel like forex can do whatever it wants. It's currency, like I feel like it's a little bit. I don't know. People say crypto's more degenerate. I feel like forex is a bit more degenerate. With crypto, it's almost you almost know, like even without looking at the charts, sometimes you just know you're like Bitcoin's oversold, bro. And I know there's indicators you can buy. And if you want to be really extra, you can buy all those indicators, and it's probably a good idea too. But if you're just honestly like an average trader, you can look at some of this liquidity and say, okay, this has been chilling here for a while. It got broken up to the upside from that news, no doubt. There's not really a reason. It's not like we crashed or anything. And we had a little bit of a candle down here, but no real reason for this to pump up other than the ETF news, right? Meaning that news is going to putter out soon, right? And we don't know if the BlackRock ETF news is bullish overall. We don't know if that's something we actually want or if that's just bullish news while we're bored as fuck in this bear market. You don't know which one it is, even if you have your own opinion. Even if you know that your favorite influencer has an opinion, it doesn't mean that's facts. The news is so fucking important in crypto. And in fact, in the crypto bull run, if you guys are familiar with this website called Coin Market Cal, I honestly highly recommend it even now. It comes out, and just to show you the actual page here, it comes out with all the relevant news coming up. and also just all the news in general that's coming. Like these are all today, right? And so if you're trading like these micro caps, especially if you're like a micro cap trader, this is something you want to pay attention to. In fact, in the bull run, Journey Crypto, a YouTuber, he would it was the craziest thing. Like we knew, here, let me zoom out here. Like when we were in that bullish move, we knew that it made sense to trade bullish. It made sense to look for buys because we were bullish. We were going up, right? And so basically, we would come to this website on CoinMarketCal and just be like, "Oh, sick! Avalanche has a whatever mainnet upgrade. That's a big deal, I think. So 2 months out, so you start accumulating. About the 1 month mark, you probably start to slow down your accumulation. About 3 weeks out, you're done accumulated, and now you start to sell off because now the news is ramping up. It became relevant, and everyone start buying it up, you know, and you're just selling on them. And it was the wildest thing, bro. Like I had never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it where you come to a public website with free information. How often is information free that's actually worth anything, right? If you get free information, if you're seeing something from a YouTuber, it's probably too late. If you're watching on a pump, you're trying to get in on this. Just a foreshadow for the future, guys. Blackrock ETF NFT dropped from whatever, who the fuck, I don't know who dropped this, but it's sitting at a 0.5 ETH floor price, dude. 0.5 ETH. That's unbelievable. 325 ETH in volume. This doubled since last night for me. Unbelievable, bro. And if you're watching this from me, you missed the pump, fam. I'm sorry to say. 9 out of 10 times you missed the pump. Now, there's a chance you watch my channel, you buy this BlackRock NFT. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry. There's a chance you buy this BlackRock ETF NFT thing right now on my stream, and it still does another 2x from there. It's very possible. But the chance of that happening are like zero because this is already pumped. It's done 2x on the volume overnight. It hasn't really no crazy floor price in the last 12 hours, I don't think. I think it was about the same since last night. But it's just like these things are possible. But if you're watching it from an influencer, chances are you missed the main pump. Where did my go? So yeah, Bitcoin. For me, I thought this is something we could potentially see. It could come up and test these levels again here and start to come down. Dude, for me, crypto news just doesn't really last more than 72 hours. NFTs are even worse. NFTs are like 36 hours. NFTs crypto with some of these announcements, even if they're bullish long term, even if they're a really good thing, doesn't mean that the price will always, like, the price will still do what it's going to do because it's triggered a little bit by the news, initially, and then the institutions make their move, and now they got to get into the position. They bought all this stuff up, so eventually they're going to need to sell it all out so they can get out of their positions. Once they hit their price target, then they'll crash it down and they'll continue to make money, and we will continue to get fucking dusted most of the time. That's just kind of how it goes. That's just kind of how it goes. So, anyways, let's see what else is going on in crypto land. So we're at a $1.17 trillion market cap. Bitcoin dominance is 49.8 thousand, meaning they are literally that percent of the market. They're 50% of the market almost. Insane. Insane. Would love to know if you guys are in the chat. What's up, Devin? Does Forex work still? Does Forex work though? Bro, you missed it. If you came in a couple minutes ago, you missed it. I was talking good stuff about Forex, bro. I was just saying that like it might not be all me. It might have to be something I learned from other people. Janix, 100% of the time there will be another pump. So don't worry about the ones you missed. Janix, you're absolutely right. Especially in the bull. When the bull run comes back, and it will come back. When the bull run comes back, when the bull run comes back, there will be many pumps and there will also be many dumps. And in this bear market, there will be many pumps and there will be many dumps. So yes, you're absolutely right. For beginners, especially, there will always be another run up and another run down. So Bitcoin, $30,021. Ethereum at 1881. BNB at 244. XRP Army sitting at 49 cents. We should actually look at that honestly, just because I'm interested. Cardano at 29 cents. I remember buying this shit at, I don't even want to know, dude. It was, I remember the time range I was buying this in, so I could probably find a price target as to when I was getting in. But it hurts my soul a little bit, guys, to know about some of these prices. I remember buying around this point, I never bought at $3, but I for sure bought around 230, and I remember accumulating around 220. So it would have been after all this. I would have missed this pump. So I think it's because I was making a whole throughout this whole what was it? This is August 2021. I'm trying to think when I was buying crypto. No, before this. Oh, yeah, so maybe it was $1.20 that I was actually accumulating, maybe not $2. Yeah, no, that was after the pump. I must be getting in at $1.20 because I wrote it up and I sold a lot around 250. So I think it's when I sold was 250. But yeah, dude, Cardano's crashed a lot for sure, for sense. But that's definitely one of those projects, like the flagship crypto projects that people love, ones that people are always talking about. Devin says, I heard you say force a degenerate, you switched up on me. No, I don't mean degenerate like that. I just mean I can't predict it as well because I'm more aware of what the news can and can't do. Whereas for me is more degenerate because I don't know how the news is affected, which is why I need the experts to help me out for the first few months in my opinion. All right. Solana at 16.97. By the way, easiest NFT project. Bodogo's just had their, I think their pre-sale mint. I'm pretty sure I got in. I don't know if it actually worked. I need to text you about that again and make sure it went through. But the King of Solana has dropped his project, so Solana's looking bullish for me. I don't know about price points, but I'm bullish on Solana as a chain because he will be building there. Dogecoin at 6 cents. I remember riding this up all the way to like what 68 cents or something, 65 cents when I got fully out. Was accumulating or not accumulating. I bought a small bag of like $200 worth when he was at like 0.000000001 and rode that up like 20 grand. Insane profits from that in 2021. Litecoin at $85.53, pumping pumping with the rest of the market. But Litecoin has a specific thing I want to talk about soon that potentially could affect his price. I don't know which direction yet. We'll have to keep an eye on that because that's not for a couple of months. And anyway, so I also want to quickly look at some of these metaverse tokens. Metaverse tokens and metaverse as a topic is something I definitely want to be covering on this channel because as this stuff gets closer and products start coming out and software starts coming out to aid this metaverse story, I'm trying to have access to that stuff. I'm trying to talk to those people. I'm trying to have conversations. I'm trying to have access to the products. I want to get paid to do these reviews and stuff like that. I'm trying to be in this world. Meaning, if I want to be in this world, I got to cover content. I got to cover it a little bit. So, some of these coins to watch out for in the metaverse. So, these are the top coins by market cap, by the way. So, as far as investing, buying these tokens, this is your safer option. Versus if you scroll all the way down, you'll see some of your more degenerate plays with the market caps way less. $1.8 million market caps versus up here, you're talking about $1.8 billion market cap. So the price range you're looking at, you're not going to see a 900% pump on ICP more than likely, but you could see it on fucking UBXS token. That could like that the chance of that having a 90% that's why I could have a $20,000 increase in Dogecoin, but you couldn't have it these days, because for you to have that, Dogecoin would need to do like a 500x from that's just not going to happen. At least not in the short term, right? And so we also got stacks. There's ApeCoin. ApeCoin's probably the most. I hesitate to say the word safe, and I'll just go ahead and say now that none of this stream is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. ApeCoin is probably the one that's on most people's radars as a coin that will pump. Uh, Something they can almost put their trust in because the Board Ape Yacht Club. It's all right, kind of riding on their game, and it scares me to bet all that on their game when it's dependent on apes playing and nobody else cares. That's a tough sell for me. So I'm not honestly that bullish on ApeCoin because it's just scary. I don't know. That's not enough for me to buy into ApeCoin. Right? At least for me personally, I would much rather invest in a world like Sandbox or Decentraland, than an ApeCoin that's there to aid the ape ecosystem. If that makes sense, I would have to know a lot more about the ape ecosystem to throw in money just because it's ape. Now, if you're riding and you're doing a little swing trades and you're trying to get in and out and scalp trade a little bit, ApeCoin's probably fine. Because you can probably depend on some of that ApeCoin news and be just kind of hopping around Twitter and stuff like that. Uh, oh shit, yeah, bro, that's what I thought too. I think it's coming too. Uh, Alluvium. So you guys are recognizing some of the Axie, Alluvium, Decentraland. As we get lower into these coins, you'll start to see some of the ones that Alex Becker likes: Vulcan Forge, Veracity. Uh, I know he's talked about Reef. I don't know if that's one he still sticks with. one more I was gonna show you guys. UFO is one that he and Elliot Trades are always talking about. Again, none of these are things you should be buying or selling, especially because we've been pumping for 3 days. I would say it's probably time you start looking for shorts in the market rather than buys because this pump was caused by news. And when the pump was caused by news, versus sometimes in Forex, it's not caused by the news. The news is just an explanation for why something happened. In crypto land, that's not always the case. You see a pump before the news because people are anticipating it. Then you see a sell off a couple days after as everyone realizes this news is not going to change that much. It's just a news. It's just an announcement, right? So anyway, we have Litecoin coming up on their block halving, which is supposed to be a pretty significant event going on. So there's a lot of things going on here. Well, actually, these are just votes, but it's actually just interesting seeing this. Even just by votes, the interest is picking up around Litecoin, right? And this is very this sort of actually kind of hits on what we're talking about later with Thread Guy and the ApeCoin DAO. The ApeCoin DAO, I'm gonna assume because no one ever talks about it, that they don't really do much and have that much participation. Nothing compared to this, right? Where there's 3.3 million ApeCoin used as voting. That's something that only picks up when there's a big announcement, right? So Litecoin has this coming up. So let's take a look at Litecoin. Let's take a look at Litecoin. I'm pretty sure I marked this up on the 4-hour chart. Guys, if you're watching this on Instagram or LinkedIn or actually I forget which some platforms show the stream. No, you're the only stream. Instagram is the only one that doesn't have the stream, actually, because TikTok banned me for a week because I think I said something about Donald Trump and they didn't like that or something. And so I got banned off live for 7 days. Wow, I definitely drew some things here. So I think, yeah, up here is where I was looking for levels to return to. If Litecoin's news does what I think it will. And the thing is with this Litecoin news, to be I'm so new again to the crypto trading. I don't know how this always. I don't always know how this is gonna affect the price. I just know that it's gonna affect the price, right? This is a huge announcement. Litecoin reward. How the miners who are mining Litecoin are about to have the rewards cut from 12.5 to 6.25 Litecoin. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That's literally like outside of my pay grade. I don't even know exactly what that means. Like, so I'm trying to think. So if they're someone help me out, some crypto nerd in here help me out. So I'm not a crypto nerd. So the rewards for miners will decrease. Oh man, it's tough because it's not gonna be the miners that dictate this price. It's gonna be the people who are looking at this announcement in the perspective of looking at the miners and saying, would this be something that not is it going to help the miners? Is this going to be bullish for people buying Litecoin? Dude, this one's tough. I'm gonna need some help from the crowd here in the YouTube stream to let me know what that would mean for the price of Litecoin. I know it will affect the price of Litecoin if if that's a bullish sentiment. And the problem with crypto is, especially when we're not in a macro trend bullish and we're not in a macro trend bearish, we're in this type of thing. Hold on. Like this is a week chart, right? So in the week chart, like this is those highs from 2021, highs from 2020, the end of 2021, and then essentially we've been bearish, obviously, and we're in this accumulation range. So this is nowhere by any means is this like a bull run, right? Like no, this is called fucking accumulation, and this is called a lot of people not sure what to do and not sure where to go, and because of that, this Litecoin news, while it will be a huge announcement, is also going to be contingent on how Bitcoin's feeling at that time. If Bitcoin is feeling like shit and Bitcoin shit itself like this, and by the time Litecoin comes around, Bitcoin's not doing anything, then this announcement probably won't do that much for the price. Now, if we're in this type of period and it's just up and down, up and down, up and down, and then we get this Litecoin announcement, I think it will be pretty significant on the price. I just don't know if this is bullish or bearish. Honestly, like it's hard to know for me. Let's see. Um, but if it is bullish, I think it would come up to these price points. That's like the next target I'm looking at. So these are like the prices I would expect it maybe to get back to, because this is where it's at right now. It's been bouncing up and down between these ranges, right? And so by the time August comes around, I think it potentially could, if this is bullish, it would push up. And if it's not, if it's bearish, it would push down to some of these levels into this range. I just honestly, I'm not completely sure. Let's see. Janix, it's like the Bitcoin halving, same thing. It means less new Litecoin each day. So I guess that is I mean, because here's the thing, Janix, like, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that for me. However, even with that information, when it says, "Yo, less Litecoin," that should be bullish. It's just so contingent on what retail thinks is bullish, right? And then whatever institutions decide to do, if they decide XYZ, that also sometimes will change the way we interpret the news. If if institutions don't the way we think they will, then the problem is with the world of trading and the world of technical analysis and all this stuff and fundamental analysis is if it does the opposite, then we still use the news as an explanation for why. We'll just use it for the opposite reason. Like if it's bullish, we'll say this is the reason, and if it's bearish, we'll say this is the reason. That's probably why we actually like traders. That's why I thought it was bad rap. I was bullish. Janix, as proven bullish for Bitcoin. I have not studied the Litecoin chart as closely. You know what? While we're here, let's actually look at this. We can actually look this up. So we'll look up when this was. So April, or no, no, no. What am I doing? Not Bitcoin's helping. What was Ethereum's thing that they had? Ah, shoot, I can't remember what I was going to look up. I don't know why I typed in Bitcoin halving. It's just on my head. There was something else I was going to Google where I was going to find a price target and see what it did. I don't know. Anyways, we'll move on from there. Let's see what else is going on. So let's actually look at ApeCoin because this is part of the news that we have. So where is our? Oh wow, ApeCoin has crashed a lot. I'm not in the metaverse tokens. I was going to say, what the hell? Wasn't it like the top 5? All right, ApeCoin sitting at 227. Who remembers when we were when we were all swing trading ApeCoin at $18, bro? Oh my god, who remembers this shit? Look at this, dude. On Coinbase, it's $23. I remember trading in and around this price range. It was before it really pumped, and I'm pretty sure I never got out of the sells or I never got out of those buys over 20. I think I played around between 16 and 20, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was buying and then I was buying like on Voyager, so I wasn't even like buying properly. I was just buying shit and like hoping. Since then, clearly the price has trended downwards, and it's sitting here at $2.27 and hasn't seen too much of any even in lieu of all the voting that's been going on. So this started at 2 days ago. This would have been the ApeCoin voting started kind of around this time, I think. And so the Ape DAO Council didn't like that big voting thing that's happening here where Thread Guy has been running, which is this dude. This guy's been running, right? Because he thinks he can take over. He's got a really strong brand. I actually agree. If I had a ton of ApeCoin, I would vote for him as well. I think he's absolutely savage. He's like 21 or 22. Incredible show host, a proper influencer, a proper content creator. I love this dude. I think he'd be great for the ApeCoin, and I think a lot of people would agree. In fact, so many people agree that they're willing to bet 2.8 million ApeCoin on it. Unbelievable, 18%. 18.49%, putting him above Karma Pocket at 2.7 million ApeCoin at 18.13%. And then on top, we have Captain Trippy. I don't really know much about him. He's really deep in the community, and he's at 22.01% with 3.3 million ape. Now, with all that ape being bought up and sold for voting purposes and stuff like that, and I don't know if they can learn. Like, I really have no idea how it works. It hasn't done too much for the price. Let's check that out. Oh, and also real quick before that, so Litecoin, I thought it would return to these levels, and then with that news, it would instantly just crash back down after a couple days, and we'd accumulate. And then, depending on how crypto's feeling, um, oh wait, no, hold on, sorry. This is the chart. This is the part where I thought it was going to go up. So I think this is possible short term, and then it bounce again, and then as the news starts to pick up, leading up, that's where you get the sell off, and then it crashes back down. That's kind of what I was thinking for Litecoin. Anyways, let's move to ApeCoin. I'm fucking all over the place right now. Janix, you remember a $25 ApeCoin for half a day? $25? Holy smokes. I do not remember it getting to $25, but I believe you. Let's see. Maybe on some exchanges. How do I uh wait, am I stupid? Oh, I am stupid. I was thinking this is the 2021 or the 2022 numbers. I was like, what the hell? Okay. Oops. Okay. It got to $27, Janix. Holy crap. Man, I would love to know if you guys made some money on ApeCoin because some people made a killing because it came out and it was. I remember when it was trading at about $11, and Devin had hit me up. He's like, "Bro, should we buy this?" And I was like, "Dude, it's too risky. We have no clue if this is the top. If $10, I mean, $10 is solid. Like that's good. It's doing pretty well." And people were like, "No, it's gonna get to 15." And then it got to 15. And I was like, "Bro, this is really risky." And then it pumped. It kept pumping up. And then by the time everyone accepted that it was up at this price range, by the time it got there, it started to crash. Like, and that's always how it happens, guys. And like, this is why I'm kind of excited to trade crypto. Is because I remember when I was first starting, and there's a bunch of things that I'm sure a lot of people who are listening right now, common sense to you, right? But there's a lot of things I remember in the bear market or in the bull market I just didn't know about, you know? And there are certain things that unless you've just been in crypto for a while, you just can't know it. You know, and that's why I say Forex is more degenerate. It's because I don't have enough experience in Forex to know what certain things mean, you know, and other people do. And with crypto, I've been in the world for so long that even though I haven't traded, I understand how the market moves. I understand how sentiment is. And in my opinion, that gives me a huge leg up over other traders because I just now need to know the skill, right? Anyways, let's look at 8 points. This is the 1 hour chart. This is zooming back towards May 24th. So since then, I mean, we've been bearish for a long, long time, but like, you know, I established like, you know, start to come back up and then the real trajectory downward started around middle of May, right? So about a month ago. Crashed down, accumulated, crashed down, accumulated, pumped up. This is that thing I was talking to you guys about, that force up from institutions to get into their to their cells, and then crash the price straight back down. By the time it gets to here, they push this price back down. Now they're getting all their buys in, and then they repeat the process. Here's that thing we were talking about with the mitigation. This didn't get all the way up to these same levels, but honestly, bro, the longer I've been trading, the more and more I've been like, man, I feel like I'm overestimating where it's going to get to for my buys and sells, my entering and exiting the market. I feel like I'm just slightly off and I'm too optimistic sometimes. I'm like, it'll get to here. I should get my price right here because that's the best point. In reality, like a lot of times it gets to like here, you know? And so I don't know. Like I think that's just maybe the beginner in me. But that's just something I noticed. But then yeah, this is where we could have gotten back in on because we're okay, just so you guys can know how we think, or how I think at least when I'm looking at these charts, we're in a bearish trend, which means we're going down, which means I should be looking for sells. Because yes, there are pumps. There are times where you can buy and make money. But the chance of you catching one of those is much less. And why not get into sells when like we're fucking bearish? Like the chances of you having a monumental push down for no reason are a lot higher than a monumental push up, you know, versus you're probably going to see a lot of this up and down, up and down, up and down, and then like it starts to go up versus a classic just crash down like this. These are where you can make some serious fucking coin, right? So, anyways, yeah, we would have gotten in here if we were looking at this market. We would have said, "Oh shit, liquidity taken out, crashes down, mitigates, get in here and ride this wave back down." That would have been crazy. Actually, this would have been a 4 day, four like a week long move. Honestly, like for me, I probably wouldn't have stayed in this trade that whole time. I probably would have gotten out early because I'm looking more at scalp trading and I'm trying to figure out what role trading plays in the stream. Do I want to trade live? Is that something I want to do? That's going to turn into a 4 hour stream. Should I do once a week a trading session where I'm doing news and trading, but it's focused on trading? And then one session where it's focused on the show versus the trading aspect of it? I don't know. Not sure. But for ApeCoin, anyways, crash down. Here's in a range I want to pay attention to because this crash down here and there's just completely uncontested. So that's one of those price ranges in the areas I'm just wanted to make note of. A huge imbalance, honestly. And then we're seeing a little bit more downward trajectory, a huge sell-off, and then a ton of accumulation here. And then ApeCoin, along with everybody else, the last week or so has been pumping. Not so much just because of ApeCoin news, but a lot to do with just the fact that Bitcoin pumped. And one thing that I've been waiting so long to say this, fam, I've been waiting so long to say this. Bear with me, guys. When Bitcoin pumps, Ethereum typically pumps after, and then altcoins typically pump after, and then meme coins, shit coins, uh, what are they called? Microcaps. That's what they're called. Microcaps start to pump. It's an order of things. That's why I like the crypto world. It's not that you're gonna be able to predict everything, but it's interesting because like it does sort of follow a strategy, you know. And I remember in NFTs in 2021, it was fairly obvious when crypto pumped, when Ethereum was up, NFTs were down because people were like, sick. My NFTs worth more. Why not sell? Makes sense to me, right? And that happened for a while, and then sentiment changed, and became the opposite for a while. But sometimes, like there are trends if you're paying attention and you're staying up to date with the streams, and you find your favorite YouTuber. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not. Stick with them. If you're trying to like my biggest advice for staying up with the markets is staying up with the markets. Like tune into their streams every day. Whereas if there's a crypto Wendy or Patrick that investor on TikTok or something like that, stick in, like check in their streams every day. Just while you're working, while you're driving home from work, whatever your situation is, tune into the streams real quick. Just get your mind going. You're gonna pick up on things. You're gonna remember something from last week. You're gonna say, "Oh shit, didn't that happen the other day?" And that's why that quote from Tuesday's stream where I said Peter Baelish from Game of Thrones, everything's happening all the time, always around you. Everything's happening all at once. It always is, and it's true. And everything you've seen will be something you've seen before. So, anyways, I thought that was really interesting as a beginner. I thought that was fascinating that when Bitcoin pumps, everything pumps out. I mean, look at this shit, dude. Like literally, boom, boom. This is a stable coin, so it's not gonna pump. Boom. This is also a stable coin, USDC. XRP, boom. Cardano, boom. Dogecoin, boom. They all move together. Look at this, dude. Isn't this insane? It looks like this is another stable coin. Look at this. The entire market. Think about this when you're in a bull market. Everything's macro bullish, and you place out 12 trades across 12 different coins. You can imagine why so many people got into crypto, why I got into crypto. I was like, oh shit. If metaverse tokens are in the, say we're in a, again, not financial advice, say we're in a macro bull market and uh metaverse is the meta for that month or whatever. Like that's what everyone's talking about. You can fucking throw darts blind at all these coins and you'll probably do well in a bull market because look at the way they move. They move together. They move together. Almost all of them. Like this is crazy. So if you miss one, the other one will probably win, right? And you think about these micro caps. If you're watching Alex Becker, and you're out here buying Wow Nero Zero or something like that, where it's like this is I don't know what the fuck this is. These are where like these small micro caps, like I don't know if I call it micro cap, but like $1 million market cap is small, right? And UBXS, just for an example here, is sitting at 7 cents. Say you start picking this up next year, say we're still bearish-ish, and we're like, okay, we see a bull market coming in the next 6 months or something like that. I'm not sure, but right now is a good time to accumulate. And so you start accumulating around these ranges, anywhere from 6 cents to 10, like anywhere from, sorry, 2 cents to 10 cents. You're accumulating. It pumps up to $4. And now you're fucking balling, bro. Like that's what's possible with crypto. That's why it's so important to stay up with news. That's why I want to start now. I start now in 1 year. Who knows if we'll still be like who knows when the market comes back. But by the time it does, and I start trading, bro. Oh my God. For some of you, especially in the stream right now, I see some of y'all OGs in here. I see David K. He says, I don't suggest trading life. I agree. I see Charles in here, my dude. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. Bro, you're you see that? Hold on. You see that on my fridge? Wait. Yeah, baby. I couldn't. My walls are weird. I literally can't stick it up on the wall. And I was like, well, if I can't have it in the studio, I'll have it somewhere where I see it every single day. So I put it on the fridge. That is your art piece, my friend. Appreciate you talking about trading. Something I've been looking to in myself. Listening and learning, bro. Here's the thing. The other thing is, I'm learning in this academy called Life by Design, and I like them. I also do a lot of work with Penny Boys, which is Matt's company, who came on the stream the other day. My goal here with these streams is to learn to trade live with you guys. Be like, yo, I want, especially who for the people who stay on on this game with me. As I got bigger and better into this, as I have things I'm excited for, I want to do big giveaways and stuff like that. Um, I want to learn and like have proof that I know this shit. And you can look back at my streams and remember when Cade didn't know anything and like, and then my goal here is at some point is to be like, all right, like y'all want to start trading too. I'm gonna figure out a way to bring that to you somehow, whether or not I create an educational program or if I work with another company to do, where they do all the work for me and I just bring them more people. That's why I'm excited to learn in a couple different communities. I don't want to put all my marbles into the IM Life by Design basket when I don't need to. The world is abundant. It's actually abundant, and there are actually tons of resources I have, and everyone has, by the way, um, especially in Web3, to learn and to get good at this stuff. And if I do, and say fast forward a year or two, I'm a savage fucking trader. You guys are tuning into the streams. We have 700 concurrent viewers, and everyone's making money, and we're all happy and stuff. And then people are going, "Kate, where the hell did you learn this crypto? How'd you learn this stuff?" Bro, if you want to learn, either join my thing or join this other thing. I have a discount for you. Like I'm gonna figure out a way to get it so that you guys can learn the same way I learn. And I also want to be a point where I have so much value in my streams that you don't even need to sign up to learn because you'll learn enough from my streams. That's my goal. But for people who want like more dialed in approach where they're like working with people and stuff like that, in my opinion, it's way better to learn with the community. I'm learning a lot. I suggest learning in the community. There's a lot of questions I have that got answered just from being around people, So anyways, that's my bit mainly for crypto land in the ape coin territory. And let's close out some of these stories here. We'll move on. Okay. Guys, this stream is brought to you guys by the Joyous Kingdom. I appreciate everyone who has bought the clothes. Here's the current drop. There's more items obviously available. This is just for this drop specifically. It's called the Cozy Joyager drop. And this is because summer is rapidly approaching. It's probably already here for a lot of you, meaning the ACs in your house are fucking working in overtime. Meaning for a lot of people, including myself, your room is cold. Your house is cold. It's AC'd up, meaning you're probably in sweats. And this is the perfect sweats for you, bro. Here's a raincoat. Here's a normal hoodie. Here's a normal hoodie. And here's some sweatpants. I can confirm these are the sickest things you will ever wear in your entire life, especially this green hoodie. This is the Joyager Hero hoodie. It is unbelievably amazing. I wear it every single day. It's actually in the laundry right now. I have the black one next to me. Look at this logo. I made this logo. I wrote it. I drew it by accident on Procreate last year or 2 years ago. I drew this shit. I drew it. That's crazy. Doesn't that look good? It looks so good. In the back here, I believe we enlarged this logo on the back slightly. But this is the new hoodie. I really fuck with it. My landlord's the one who told me. He's like, "Yo, why don't you have your logo on the back of your shirt?" And I was like, "What do you mean? That's stupid." He goes, "No, it's not. It's a great move." And I was like, "Oh wait, you're right." And so got it on the shirt, baby. And also, Joyager pants, the same logo. These are hella comfortable, fam. I'm telling you, you are missing out. You are missing out by not buying Joyager Kingdom clothes. This is not some YouTuber merch shit. This is not YouTuber merch shit. I promise you, I would not have released this. I also wouldn't have spent over $10,000 sampling this shit out. I don't know if I actually spent 10,000. I've spent many thousands of dollars on getting this clothes right. I had the exact blends. I've got the exact right everything. These are perfect. If you want to pick up some solid clothes, this is the current drop. These will not be here forever. These will be gone. As soon as before you know it, they'll be gone, and there will be different items in there. The next drop will include tank tops, like workout type tank tops, and summer style. That'll be the next trend. This is the final trend for anything winter related. This is the final trend. All right. If you missed the last one it involved the beanie. The beanie's gone until next year. All right. So if you want to pick these up, these drop. But Jesus Christ, bro. What? So what happens when you live in a city. Anyways, yeah, this is brought to you by the Joyager Kingdom. You guys can support by buying the clothes, or if you want to be a Web3 DGen, you guys can get into my access key NFTs. This is the easiest way to get involved into the Joyager Kingdom ecosystem. To get access to me, you can buy the Joyage or the prequel. These are my access keys, my photography, my self-portraits that I took. The torches are the way to get into the Discord. This is your access key to me. If you If you're thinking you're bullish on Cade long term, you wish you could buy an ETF on Cade. This is it, fam. The access keys are that. By the time I get to Joe Rogan status, these should be legendary. That's the thesis. That's all I want to say. I'm trying to be a Gary V and fucking text out something on a Tuesday in 10 years and be like, okay, everyone who's got, you know, a photo with my head in it or something, or like a photo of XYZ, you get this, or this is happening tomorrow, or I'm going to pay for this, or we're going to access to this. Like whatever I'm doing, I'm trying to involve y'all in that. And the way to get into that ecosystem is my NFTs. So that's what that is. Joy, your shill over. Let's move on. David K, hoodies are super comfortable. Bro, appreciate you for repping me out. I remember when I sent out all those hoodies a couple years ago. I do have another activation for my NFT holders. By the way, if you're looking to get an access key, it's time like now, because in the next few months, I'll be doing a snapshot sort of, and I want to send out a in real life piece thing to all the holders. And that's just not something that people do in Web3. They just don't do that. I've shipped out God knows how many Voyager hats and shit like that, dude. But people don't do that. But I'm different, bro. I'm different. I'm built different. I'm built different. All right. Boarding Back Club. Number one. Let's actually, let me refresh this and put this on 24 hours. By the way, if you guys are buying any NFTs, please let me know. I'm not tapped into the NFTs right now. I'm really, really not. I'm tapped into trading right now. Boarding Back Club. Whoo! Oh! Oh! Oh my God. Under 40 ETH. I have literally not seen a 3 as the first number on a Bored Ape Yacht Club. That is insane. Are y'all perplexed by this as much as I am right now? Oh my God. Bro. Okay, sorry. I am actually lost for words right now. I cannot. I just need a moment here. Wow. Bored Ape Yacht Club. 38 ETH floor price. That is the cheapest I've ever seen it. Wait. I said, all right, not to pump my own bags here or pump my own I said Bored Ape Yacht Club might get to 20 ETH again. And everyone made fun of me. And it got to a point where I was hearing so much like opposite of what I was thinking that I started to change my opinion. And this is when I knew I should just listen to my gut. And this is a lesson for everyone. We should be listening to our gut. If you have intuition, true intuition about something, you listen to that. You don't listen to other people. I was like, bro, maybe they won't get to 20, maybe 40 bottom. No, fam. We just crashed through that support line. We just crashed through that support line. Let's actually look at these analytics here real quick. And guys, we are as soon as this NFT section is over, I do want to check out some of the other coins. So the trading content isn't quite over. But we do have a couple NFT stories I want to get to. I want to sort of spread out the show a little bit. I don't want to have like, an hour and a half show and then a 45-minute segment just be trading. I want to be able to spread it out until I have a more cohesive understanding of how this show is going to be run. So anyways, let's look at this floor price chart. Can we look at this from all time? No way, dude. Really? Why on the analytics tab can I not go back to Okay, here we go. All time. Perfect. Okay, guys. So the floor price. Wow, was it really that high? God damn. God damn. God damn. Oh my God, bro. That is crazy. Okay, so 170 ETH average price. Let's just give it a ballpark. We'll just say 100 because this is the average price. This isn't the floor price, so we'll just say 150. Say the floor price was at 150 ETH. That's nuts. What is the bottom for 45 Club? What is the bottom? Yeah, David says been 2 years since I've seen that right after the Curry dump, bro. Insane. Oh my God, dude. Doge under 1 ETH caught you some hell and see where they're at. Yeah, I know, dude. Oh my God, that was so crazy. So for people who didn't know, Doge Pound, the project I still hold. But I remember when they were at over 1, they were at 4 ETH one time, but when they were at, like, 3 ETH, I made a video on them, and I was like, "Man, I can't wait to buy this NFT again under 1 ETH," and everyone was like, "What the fuck, bro? That'll never happen. Dogecoin will never go below 1 ETH. They're at 4 ETH. We're 3 ETH. We're going to 10 ETH." And I was like, "Nah, dude. When the bear market comes, this will be well below 1 ETH. Well below 1 ETH." And now they're sitting at point 0.1 ETH. So your boy was sort of on the right track there. I didn't realize that everyone would, like, 99% of the projects would crash as much as they have. I figured they would, but I did not imagine Dogecoin getting to this point. I did not imagine, Subducks getting to point oh 0.06 ETH. I mean, like, what the hell, dude? Like, Subducks, bro. What's up? What's going on? Point oh 0.06? Like, no. It's too bad because you're sitting here going like, man, the floor price has nothing to do a lot of times with like what they're doing. I haven't seen too much with what Subtext is doing. I know I'm going on their show next week to do something with them. So check a look at, or keep your eye out for that. By the way, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Cade Bergman if you want to be up to date on what I'm doing. But there's a lot of these project guys that just didn't pan out the way they thought, and now we don't know what to do with them. They're just sitting here. But man, I could not believe that 38 ETH floor, crazy. All right, what will happen next bull run? If ETH goes to $10,000 or above, are people going to pay just as much ETH as when ETH was under 2,000? It's possible. It seems hard to believe for NFTs. Dude, yeah, that was tough. Charles, crazy how far the bottom has dropped, even for the big players. Yeah, no, seriously, it's been pretty insane. I mean, to see a 38 on the Boy Bell Club price is actually, that was shocking for me. What will happen the next bull run when ETH inevitably pumps up? Man, I think we are just going to have to accept that we are not going to get back to those same levels that we were in 2021. Now, I'm a huge proponent of the bull run for NFTs. I'm very, very confident we will see a absolutely meteoric rise again. I just don't know. You're right. If ETH gets to 10K, it's not like, man, that was really hard. What would happen? Let's think about this out loud. ETH goes to 10K. So everyone's bags moves up to 10K. But people who are not getting in, I guess it's more of a question of like what percent of the NFT market that was buying the expensive assets was new versus people who have wealth, you know. And I would say it's probably the people who have wealth. And hmm, yeah, you know what? I guess just one ETH would just take a lot more manpower to make happen. I mean, yeah, if it's worth $10,000, 100K even at one point, um, man, it'd be really hard to know. It'd be really hard to know if that. Yeah, I think monetary value USD could potentially stay the same, but in ETH terms, I don't think we'd have a choice, but it would have to go down. Like Boardy Bell Club wouldn't be at 150 ETH or even 38 ETH. It'd be at like, 7 ETH or no. Yeah, like 7 ETH, but it would be worth the same. So, man, how would that affect the price though? That was really hard, dude, because in my opinion, I think when the metaverse tokens start to hit and the metaverse thesis starts to take into effect, I think we're going to see some pretty crazy shit. Uh, but something I've had my mind changed a little bit over the past year is the idea of the PFPs being revolutionary just because they're PFPs, and I would agree now that that's not such a special thing anymore. So for that reason, they can't pump again. That doesn't mean another reason won't come that would pump the perceived floor price, the perceived value of something to go to an extraordinary amount. I don't think that there's anything holding it back from that. We just saw like Apple glasses, for example, be sold at $3,500. People can do whatever they want in a free market. So I don't know if the PFPs will ever get to that level again. But I'm very confident that we will see some absolutely crazy shit. But as far as these OG projects, man, I had a lot of hope for some of these. And I remember buying in some of these, making relationships with some of the people who had OG projects, thinking, you got all this money, all this time, all these resources, all these people, all this experience, you should do some cool stuff. And they have yet to do jack shit. Like actually nothing. Actually nothing. If they went in front of a board and pitched them for some funding, they say, hey, what have you done? They actually don't have an answer. It's unbelievable. They don't have an answer. Let's move on. NFTs will frustrate me. They frustrate me a little bit in recent months. Azuki at 17 ETH. Because how can you in your right mind say these are worth 17 ETH? You know, they are worth 17 ETH. It's just like I can't understand it. I don't understand it. Mutant Apes 7.39 ETH. Wrapped CryptoPunks at 60 ETH. You guys have been hearing the news about that. People are burning their CryptoPunks right now. They are getting rid of them so that they can mint a Bitcoin CryptoPunk. And some people are burning them so they can get whitelist for some other project. It's insane to me, dude. Like we're gonna see some degeneracy, some proper degeneracy. Blackrock, that NFT I showed you guys earlier in the stream at 0.46 ETH. This coming out, no doubt, after amid the news of the BlackRock ETF coming out. There's only 1,000 of these, or 999 of these items, sitting at a 0.45 ETH floor price, 332 ETH in volume. They look like this. They look just like those Ether rocks. You guys remember these? Dude. 299 ETH floor. Oh my God, bro. Who remembers this shit? Jesus. I don't know if this is the correct collection, but there was some ETH, like I don't know if this is the exact one, but some Ether Rock collection had, I remember that pumping. Anyways, Milady Maker at 2.99 ETH after Elon's pump to like 6 ETH a few weeks ago. Boyd Kennel Club at 3.39 ETH. That's definitely approaching 3 ETH floor very soon. Once it hits that 2 ETH, I've seen a lot of times. Like, let's look at Boyd Ape Kennel Club's activity here, actually. So Boredom Kennel Club was one of those that I remember them being at 1 ETH at one point and being like, I could buy a few of these. And that was at a point where I had a few assets that were worth, if I had sold them for a Kennel Club instead, I could have probably bought 4 ETH worth. Like at that point, I remember I considered buying a Mutant Ape because Mutant Apes were worth 4 ETH at that point, and I didn't. That was one of the worst mistakes I ever made, actually. I also missed Bored Ape Yacht Club at, I believe it was 2 ETH when I decided that was the top. That was also one of the worst mistakes I ever made. Now, I would say the Bored Ape Yacht Club mistake wasn't as big because we didn't know at that point because that was before they took off. Mutant Apes, though, I should have known and I should have gotten in. Like that one I actually questioned what I was thinking because I had 2 Uga verses that were worth 3 ETH each. And I just, why did I need 2? You know, why didn't I just sell one and buy a Mutant Ape? Could not tell you. Could not tell you. But yeah, they were down. They had to be down at one point. Yeah, there was a point here. Yeah, I don't know when it was, but there's a point when I was doing well with my reviews. I was making good money. I was like doing well actually. And yeah, this is one of those times I almost got in. But yeah, we are approaching, like, look at this level, bro. This is right above this line. So the last time it was really near this price was December 12th, 2022. So 6 months ago. You know, and even then, like, yeah, dude, this is the lowest it's been. So we're approaching those lows, guy. We're approaching that support line. So I would be looking. Um, I think we're in accumulation period. I think we're going to sit around in this area in the 3 ETH range, but I think these will definitely go down as low as 1 ETH at some point in this market. And I think you could easily get one of these around 1 ETH. That's just my opinion in the kind of club. And as far as the mutants, I think the mutants will also get down to 4. And, you know, I can get some hate for that. I'm down to take it. I've been wrong before, but to be honest, I'm right more often than I'm wrong for NFTs predictions. I don't know why. I just have a good feel for these things. These are sick. I love the mutant apes. But these are 7 ETH, guys. These were 10 a few days ago, I swear. These absolutely will go down to 3 or 4, meaning the Kennel Club has no choice but to go down to 1. I can see Bored Apes getting down to 25 ETH. If this happens, guys, that's crazy. I would love to get a mutant. I would love not to pay that much money though. Um, but yeah, if you guys are trying to get the Bored Ape ecosystem, I mean, you know, this might be the year, bro. I mean, these are, this is at a 40 ETH floor like a year ago. This is crazy. 40 ETH. You guys remember when Phillips sold his for 40 ETH? Going his show Saturday, by the way. The Web3 show moved to Saturday instead of Friday. So Saturday at 12:30 p.m. PST. I'll see you guys on the Web3 show on Phillips' channel. Oh, that's actually being streamed on mine as well. But yeah, he sold his. I think he bought it like 8 to 10 ETH and sold for 40. So he did pretty well on the mutants. But yeah, man, if I'm balling out at some point in the next 6 months and these are down at 3 or 4 ETH, shit, it'd be really hard for me not to pick up one of these, dude. These are beautiful. These are beautiful. What's up, Sedges? Say yes. Say yes. I'm not trying to say it. What's up, IG? What's up, fam? What up? What up? All right. Let's get out of here. Let's move back to this top. All right, we have Beans at 1.37. Doodles at 1.67 ETH. We'll check that out in a second here. Clone X at 2.07. HVMTL, don't know anything about that. D-Gods, our beloved D-Gods, still holding double digits at 10 ETH. Captains at 8.29 from the Meme Land project. CryptoPunks V1 at 3.99. And Meebits, the other collection under the Bored Ape Yacht Club world because they were bought out. Meebits is another collection at 1.76 ETH. 1.736 ETH. And this is another one of those projects that will absolutely go down, probably closer to 0.3, 0.4 ETH at some point in the market. Look, here's the thing, guys. With the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem, and this is another reason I love the idea of trading crypto versus Forex for me, is I have so much context on this world. The ecosystem of Bored Ape Yacht Club, yes, it's involved in NFTs. It has a lot to do with crypto too, which is why I'm so excited, like I said. But dude, the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem has expanded to a level of something we've never seen before, right? They have assets in the gaming world they're in the hundreds of thousands now, right? And then we've got these PFPs that don't matter as much because them being a PFP doesn't matter as much, which means the value and the perceived value of owning them just isn't there because it shouldn't be. Like as it shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason to pay even 1.76 ETH for a Bored Ape Yacht Club Meebit, which is around what, $3,000 or something? Yeah, $3,200, $3,280. There's no reason to buy that. Like there's nothing I gain from it right now other than being part of that community during that time, which arguably can be worth a little bit. But these would be the times to get in because all of the ecosystem pumps. I mean, we saw with crypto. I mean, do I need, like, I can show you again, but go to coinmarketcap.com. These pump together. Everything pumps together. Look at this. This is basically what the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem looks like too. When Kennel Club pumps, unless it's very, very, very specifically for the Kennel Club, like a very specific feature for them, you can bet that the other collections in the community are also pumping, and that's just something after being in the market for so long, right? Anyways, let's look at Doodles real quick. So Doodles was one of those projects sitting at like a 20 ETH floor for a long time. The iconic Doodles art. People really fuck with these. I remember when these were at 1 ETH and I had interviewed the founder and I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. I don't want to pay 1 ETH for it, but it's pretty cool. And then a couple weeks later, I remember I was during that podcast right after I did a debrief and I was like, man, if they could just work on their story and lore a little bit, they would moon. Well, goddamn, bro, they mooned. I had that interview with him around this point. It was October, November. So yeah, around 1.5 ETH. And then they just took off a couple months later to 10. And they're pushing 15, pushing 23 ETH. And then they've crashed down. And around this point, I'm pretty sure it was around, I'm not sure what would have caused, I forget what caused this. Maybe the duplicator, their Doodles too, but also the fact that they had some pretty bearish tweets that came out from the founder. It just got, words were just said the wrong way and people got pissed. Everyone sold off and Doodles didn't, say anything for like a few months on their Twitter. They went kind of quiet and everyone was like, what the fuck? Also, another reason, I forgot to mention this, that the Bored Ape Yacht Club system isn't doing as well is because I believe it's Gordon, one of their founders, has stepped away for mental health reasons and health reasons, amid of other reasons. The other reasons being it became too corporate, which, yeah, not surprised. I mean, they took millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars from VC funding, so I'd imagine it's pretty corporate in there. I mean, I remember watching their interview with Nicole Munez, I think, their CEO currently, or and that was a very corporate style type of interview. I mean, I don't think real words were said. I don't think they said anything that entire interview. They just kept sort of saying something, but then beating around the bush. So anyways, here's our final story, our final legitimate story. We're going to take a look at some of these charts right after this as well. So if you're a trader, stay tuned for that chart analysis. In a second, we're going to look at a couple different things here. But first, NFT news. Results are in. The ApeCoin DAO has selected Captain Trippy, not Thread Guy, by Swicky, Carbon Pocket, and Wabam ETH as a special council candidates. Round 2 of voting begins tomorrow. Stay tuned for a full report. I don't know what that means then, because I know that they're in as the candidates. I don't remember if the top 2 go through or if the top 1. I'm pretty sure it's the top 2. Would love to know if anyone knows about that. I don't know. David, being an NFT founder would fuck with your mental health. Oh my god, as would everything though. But here's the thing. Here's why I don't have nearly as much. I don't feel as bad for people in our world because it's like I just saw this video from Tifu, who's a streamer who's making probably, dude, he's got to be pulling like 10 million a year, like at least, like he's rich. He's like 25, and he made his money from gaming, right? Not exactly the hardest thing in the world. Same with this, like not exactly the hardest thing in the world. I can think of 100 other jobs that are harder. The thing is, when you're being paid $10 million, I think there should be some level of opposite to that, some polarity in that exchange. You don't just get $10 million with like no strings attached. It comes with a considerable amount of responsibility and a considerable amount of shit that you got to do. And like, yeah, I think if you are an NFT founder, especially one that raises $6.9 million overnight because you marketed some pictures, I think, like, yeah, bro, like it's gonna be the hardest fucking year of your life. You just took $6.9 million out of the market because you have a promise. So yeah, like I don't know if mental health is a good enough argument if you made that type of bag. I think if you didn't make that type of bag, it's different. Because like I'm not arguing that they will or won't have mental health. I'm arguing whether or not that's a good enough reason for me to say you can step away when you are the one who raised X millions of dollars from people because you promised something. In my opinion, that's not enough. In my opinion, you have to show up and do what you're required to do because you took their money. And if you don't want to because you have mental health, then you should give them back their money. That's just my opinion because you took their money on the promise you're going to do something. That's very different than you investing into like Facebook or something like that at this point because they have delivered that value. If you're an NFT project, unless you can tell me what you've done, because there's like literally 3 projects I can think of that have done anything. Um, I just I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it for most people. But I do agree with you, David. Like it definitely would fuck with your mental health. I just don't think it's a reason to be able to step away when you've raised just so much money, dude. So much money. Anyways, let's see if Thread Guy has posted anything since. I want to know if there's any updates on this Ape Council. Let me know if you guys know anything about this as well. That's 2 hours. Um, no. Let's see. Also, I'm starting to realize how much faster the stream can go if it's just me. When I have another person in here, I feel like by the time we would have gotten to like the halfway point in this stream, it would have been the ending point of last stream. Like I feel like with another person, it takes like 3 hours. Um. Anyways, okay, here we go. Okay, no announcement in the last 15 hours, so we don't know too much else about it. But the Ape Council, guys, for people who don't know, is just where people go in the ape world, in the Bored Ape Club ecosystem, who want to have an opinion in their DAO. Like a DAO is just a voting system. So depending on how much ape coin you own, you can vote and stuff like that. And the council will be able to make some special decisions and be able to just do some cool activations and stuff. But yeah, this is what he posted yesterday. Job's not finished. He's top 2, but does not mean it's over. They have their final voting all happening over the next couple of days, I guess. So crazy shit, dude. Crazy shit. Also, guys, this is the Life by Design Academy that I'm in. This is, I mean, it's an educational platform. It's all it is. It's an educational platform. There is an affiliate structure to it that only 20% of the people in the academy actually use. But other than that, I mean, other than the affiliate side, which is what every single trading educational platform gets shit for, where they're like, it's a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. Only 20% of the people in this academy actually use it. 80% of the people are just learning to trade and trading and participating in live trading sessions, live training sessions. If you want to get involved in like the way I'm learning it in the actual ecosystem I'm learning it, this is the one I'm doing. So look, again, I'm not trying to show this, but if you guys want to learn in the same place that I'm learning it, Just shoot me a DM on Twitter or Instagram or something. Links are below in the description. And just, I don't know, DM me day trade or something like that, and I'll get you the information you need, and we can find if it's a good fit for you. Like I said, it's just what I'm using to learn. I'm also talking with Penny Boys a lot, so that's just what I happen to be using. And if you like my analysis, if you like the way I'm approaching the markets, I've learned all of that from those guys. So that's just me putting that out there. Anyways, um, I'm pretty sure like these are all kind of like forex stuff, I guess. Trying to say, I feel like I marked up some of these, but I wasn't sure from yesterday. I don't know when I marked these ones up though. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I remember with these actually with the forex ones, I was super not sure what was going on with these because I remember for both of these specifically, I was like, I feel like we're just in accumulation, and I don't have enough information to know. There's no other indicators for me to know if we're going up or down, so I literally fucking guessed on both of these. USDGP, I don't think I actually made a guess. Yeah, yeah, these are all old things I wrote. I just wanted to keep track of some of these things. I just don't have enough information yet. Like, this is a pretty big candle here. Um, Super accumulating here. It's a chance we popped up here. Yeah, like I said, it's just too early in the what's the word? It's too early in like the pattern for me to know. It's just like basically all this tells me is like I gotta pay attention because all I know is we pumped up. We're macro bullish for this little run right here, and then we're accumulating and we've gone up a little bit. That's all I know. It's not enough for me to be like, okay, I've seen a couple price testing of this level versus this level and this level. I just don't know yet. You know, it's the first high in a little bit. Let me see if we can. Yeah, like the last time I was at this level was so yeah, like literally 7 months ago. So yeah, we're at price points that we haven't seen in a long, long time. We've been macro bullish since January. So basically 7 months or no, 3 months of straight up, full retracement back almost, or 70% retracement back, and then straight up since March 23rd, pretty much with a couple retracements here, mainly from big pumps like this. When you see like a huge candle up and a lot of quick momentum, typically you see, in my opinion, I mean, I feel like every trader says something different. And what I've seen is a lot of times a large push up. We'll see an initial spike down in crypto land, at least. Like I said, like I'm way more into the crypto land. But yeah, like I said, accumulating, it's going up. I'm not sure yet. Um, yeah, with US, same thing with this. I was just like, I'm not sure. This one's tough to know. I feel like I'm still in a phase where I can't exactly know, but the prediction was this. We'll see what happens. I don't think I made any prediction on gold. Yeah, I mean, we're just bouncing around in this area. It's come down. It's broken through some of these resistance levels or some of these support levels, actually. Yes, you could even argue, like on a long enough time scale, that this is all accumulation because of these tops here, this range in here. Yeah, it's definitely broken below a couple times, but in a long, long time. I like to do this. This is where I like started in crypto land, and like I would get into it by looking at these macro trends because I was mainly just trying to figure out the trend. I was like, are we in a bullish next month or are we in a bearish next month? I just need to know the direction of where people are thinking because I mean, bro, I mean, trading is just emotions. You're just trading other people's emotions. You're trying to bet on what the other person is gonna do, and this is tough stuff, dude. This is tough stuff. I mean, it's broken through a couple times here. It's just doing a lot of up and down. It's hard to know exactly where. I'd maybe have to drop into some of these smaller. Yeah, some stuff. This is why I'm not doing forex. I'm just not interested. I'm like looking at it. I'm like bored. I don't know what it is. I gotta figure something else out. Bitcoin's just way more interesting to me. Let's see what else. What were some of the other coins that we were looking at? Why don't we look at? Is there anything coming up for Solana? I feel like I heard something about Solana recently. Oh, XRP. That was one we were gonna look at. All right. I guess we'll look at. Hmm, I don't know. I guess we'll use Bitstamp. That's fine. Yeah, let me know if you guys are if any traders are here in the chat right now. Let me know what you guys are looking at. If you guys are into crypto at all. Um, the 1 hour chart. I'm just kind of just gonna take a minute here and just look at everything here. Yeah, so we're in a pretty choppy ass environment, dude. This is the problem, right? This is the problem, and also the best part about trading crypto. There's so much shit going on about XRP. There's so many extra. Like, here's the thing with XRP specifically. This coin can move off TikTok. Seriously, like there are some coins and some crypto conglomerates that are able to truly be moved by, I wouldn't say by retail, but like for example, Dogecoin became a thing because of social media. XRP is one of those where so many people on social media who are making content with big followings have accumulated so much XRP that they actually have a little bit of like influence here, at least to start movements, right? So XRP is one of those that like it's a very interesting thing to keep in my head. It's like only a swing trading opportunity because of how extreme it is. Like if we look at the oops, I mean, look how fucking insanely extreme this is. Like there's no chill here. Like even the accumulation ranges, bro. Like there's no chill. Like look at this shit, dude. Oh, I got no. Hold on, sorry. This is 2021. But like even these accumulation ranges, like they're still extremely fucking volatile. You know, like from here to here, some pretty. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but in my opinion, it's a pretty extreme crypto. So that makes me excited because it's just kind of fun for me. But I guess we have been accumulating a little bit, and then I guess this would sort of be a little bit of accumulation, a little bit of liquidity in here, a little bit. This gets taken out, crashes down, comes back. I guess potentially we could be looking for this to mitigate back in here. Touch this, and then for me, I guess you'd be looking to see if it comes. I feel like it'd be. There's nothing that tells me we get back to that price though. Like XRP, like this would have to be. No way, bro. So this would have to be the. So pretty solid stuff would have to happen for this, in my opinion, to break out of this accumulation range we're in. Because the next, like you're looking at some of these, like to fill in these, and that's like a 3x, a 2x here. You know, to get back to these levels. And these levels were last kind of happening in middle of 2020, so almost a year ago. These levels, right? So we're approaching these levels of like kind of the top of these structures, where a lot of times we found a lot of resistance in this area. Yeah, we did break once, so it's kind of hard to know. I guess a lot of the accumulation is happening here, and they pushed the price down. In my opinion, it looks like we could mitigate back up in this range and then push back down to continue accumulating. That's what XRP looks like. It looks like crypto's in that world right now. I know we pumped up recently, but it's important to remember that we pumped up recently, right? Like because we pumped up recently, um, like this initial move basically was caused by that news, in my opinion. And then we've retraced a little bit. Like there's no reason for it to do that, right? Other than that news. So, like in my opinion, it doesn't warrant any move to the upside for me. It makes a lot more sense that this rebounds back into this reaccumulation range, and then we'd have to check back in, and that's why I want to do these streams every week because we can come back in and check in on stuff. David, dude, I appreciate you, bro. Have fun at work. Do some good shit. I appreciate you. I'll see you. I'm hoping Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. PST is the move. I'm gonna have to probably check and see if evening streams are better, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stick with this time. So I appreciate you, bro. Have a great day. Let's see what else. Oh, he also said not permission to step away. Yeah. All right, David. So I guess we're completely aligned there, by the way. Yeah, for the mental health statement about the NFT holders. Yeah, or NFT founders. Yeah. If you made millions of dollars, then yeah, I think it's okay that you are struggling and that you are, facing some demons. Like you made a lot of money, bro. That's in my opinion, that's the everything's got to cost, bro. Everything's got to cost. You don't just get to raise $6 million for nothing. What else? What else is there? I want to look at. Let's go like one more coin, maybe. Even though you know what, actually, we don't need to look at another coin because for the people who are watching right now, crypto for the most part, unless there's a big thing coming up for the coin that you're looking at specifically. If there's one that you want me to look at, you can drop in the chat. But if there's something you're looking at specifically, you can pretty much sort of go on the thesis, unless you're a scalp trader, right? If you're a scalp trader, it's different. But if you're a trader, you're looking to buy in at a certain price, and sit on that for a little bit. You can pretty much know that we've been in a news related pump for the last 2.5 days, and that we're going to see some retracement. For it to keep going, we need some reason, and we just don't have one. Like the only thing I can think of coming up is Robinhood delisting all those cryptos. That's not fucking good. For me, the macro short term is not that bullish. I don't know why anyone would be. That one announcement came out of nowhere, in my opinion. It just popped out of nowhere and it caused a spike. We'd have to see some really, really promising announcement related to BlackRock's ETF. And I just don't think we will, because it's one of those things. Like, you guys remember when TikTok was going to be banned and everybody was talking about TikTok being banned? What are we going to do? Should we do this and that? It became real for a little bit, and we just don't know when those times will come. We don't know when it will get real like that and when it won't. We don't always have control over that shit. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for the trading stuff and for the majority of the show. So if you guys want to find me on socials, find me on Twitter at Cade Bergman. I'm super active over there. If you like the stuff I'm talking about, I'm very, very, very active on Twitter, very active on Instagram, very active on TikTok, on YouTube. Find me on LinkedIn. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm streaming there right now, actually. Guys, find me everywhere. I'm all over the place. I don't fucking stop, dude. What's coming up for the Joyish Kingdom is a video on Project Kaizen, by the way. So stick with me for just 2 more seconds if you're still in the stream. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, I appreciate you doing that. All the engagement helps. I really do appreciate it. If you're in Twitter, hit that retweet button for me. All right. I want to show you this super quick. I'm not going to go into this project. I just want to show you. Project Kaizen is the project I'm trying to work for them, right? So this is like their wristband I wear. I have their Shure. I love this project. It's made by Tom Bilyeu and Impact Theory, which I'm a huge fan of. And I'm friends with their community manager. I'm hoping I can do some content with them. Anyways, I made a video covering them. It's one of the coolest things ever. It's basically Ready Player One. If you've seen Ready Player One and anything about that movie makes you excited, this is a project you should check out. And the Project Kaizen video, I'll be posting tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, the Project Kaizen video. Look for it. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. It'll be here. I also have some incredible NFT content. In my opinion, I had the best on YouTube. It's not even close. And again, it's all my opinion, but I'm just saying, like, I think I have the best. VCon vlog, NFT NYC vlog, NFT LA vlog, Conor McGregor UFC. So, like, what's going on, bro? I have the NFT YouTube channel. Now I have the all-encompassing finance world YouTube channel. Guys, again, if you enjoyed the show, I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. Until next time, continue on your voyage, continue to learn, and be grateful you're alive watching this video stream. I'll see you on Mondays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. PST. Coffee break is out.